Well, Gwinnett County students and staff have a new superintendent. School board members appointing Dr. Alexandra Estrella into the role during an early morning meeting.
Atlanta News First Sarah Hammond is live for us from Gwinnett County. Sarah, what did board members have to say about this pick?
Well, the school board voted unanimously to appoint Dr. Alexandra Estrella as the new superintendent to Georgia's largest school district. So starting in July, she will oversee the district's more than 178,000 students. The board approved a 2-year contract this morning, though it's not immediately clear what her salary here will be. But Vice Chair Dr. Adrienne Simmons says she feels Estrella was the most competent candidate to help address gaps in student learning, including the fact, she says, that only 30% of their third graders are reading proficiently. Now, Estrella comes from the Norwalk Public Schools District in Connecticut, and the board thanked the community for all of their input throughout this whole process.
Every meeting, every conversation with candidates was grounded in that responsibility. This was not an easy process, and it should not have been. It was thoughtful, deliberate, and rooted in doing what is right for our students and our community.
Now, Estrella was not present at the meeting this morning, but we're told in the coming days there will be an opportunity to sit down with the new superintendent to talk about her goals moving forward with the school district. Live here in Gwinnett County, Sarah Hammond for Atlanta News First.